I am 6 years old, frozen, surrounded by kids hugging their fathers after singing a Father's Day song at school. The song was called "Dad, Today I Must Tell You." It was one of those emotional songs where a child tells their father, "I love you, I admire you, I want to be like you." A very small, casual, emotional explosion for a shy 6-year-old. When the song ended, all the kids ran to their dads. Some fathers smiled, some hugged them, some picked them up in their arms, and I stood there confused. I looked at my dad waiting for a sign, a smile, a gesture, open arms, something that told me, "Come here, kiddo." But his face was serious. No smile, no hug, no emotion. He just turned and started walking towards the classroom door, expecting me to follow, so I did. I walked behind him. Then we got in the car, and he said nothing. The whole ride home, nothing. And that silence felt louder than yelling. I remember the knot in my stomach, the knot in my throat, and my little 6-year-old brain started asking questions children ask when they don't understand emotional coldness. Did I do something wrong? Was he mad? Was I embarrassing? Was I too much? Was I not enough? Later, I remember being in my bedroom looking through the window screen, frozen again. I wanted to cry, but even crying didn't feel safe. Because in my house, crying was often treated like drama.
Like something annoying, like something you did for nothing. So I cried, but I fought it. I tried to swallow it. I tried to make the feelings smaller, and I think that may have been the day I unlearned to cry. Not because I stopped feeling. The feelings were still there, the sadness was still there, the need for love was still there, but I began learning to hide it, to cry quietly, to cry privately, to feel ashamed for needing comfort. And psychology explains why that happens. Babies are not embarrassed to cry. They don't wonder, am I being too emotional? They don't ask, is my sadness inconvenient? They feel something, and they express it. But as we grow, we start reading our parents' faces, their tone, their silence, their anger, their distance, and without anyone saying it out loud, we learn the emotional rules of the house. We learn whether sadness gets comfort or irritation. We learn whether excitement gets celebrated or ignored. We learn whether fear gets protection or yelling. And little by little, some of us don't learn how to express our feelings. We learn how to manage other people's reactions to our feelings. That is a very different childhood, and when a father is emotionally distant, unpredictable, or mostly present through criticism or yelling, a daughter may start believing. Don't show too much. Don't need too much. Don't cry. Don't be the first one to reach. Don't expect warmth. For many daughters, the father becomes one of the first mirrors of how male attention feels. Is it safe? Is it warm? Is it approving? Or is it something I have to earn? And sometimes what we call our personality is really protection. Maybe I'm not cold. Maybe I just learned not to hug first because it hurts when it isn't returned. Maybe I'm not dramatic. Maybe my body remembers being alone with big emotions. Maybe I'm not bad at expressing feelings. Maybe I learned very early that expressing them was risky. So now, as an adult, I'm trying to tell that little girl something different. When I feel tears coming and I want to shame myself, I can say, my tears are not dangerous, they are information. When I get excited and want to hide it, I can say, my joy is allowed to take up space. When someone's silence makes me panic, I can say, I am not 6 anymore. I can ask, I can leave, I can choose peace. And when I feel tempted to earn love from someone emotionally cold, I can say, I do not have to audition for love. Because maybe my feelings were never wrong. Maybe my tears were not weakness. Maybe I was not too sensitive. Maybe I was just a little girl who needed tenderness from someone who didn't know how to give it. And yes, maybe our fathers had their own wounds. Maybe they were never taught tenderness either. But understanding their wounds does not erase ours. Both things can be true. Maybe he did the best he could, and maybe his best still hurt me. So today, I want to tell that little girl, you did nothing wrong. You were allowed to want your father's smile. You were allowed to want a hug. You were allowed to cry when you didn't get one. Your feelings were not the problem. The absence of response was the wound. And to anyone who also learned to hide their tears too early, you were not too much. You were just too alone with your feelings. And maybe healing starts when we stop abandoning ourselves for having them.